Hello, the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Or if you're just on for the Ultimate Champions Euro game, welcome to my Friday's channel. Bit of a change of pace here. Talking about something that's not in relation to So Rare. So we're looking at the Ultimate Champions European Summer Edition. So we're going to get involved in this. I'm going to be playing a bit myself. I'm going to be playing the leagues. We're going to have a private league and everything as well. So anyway, I'll go through it and I'll explain it all. Obviously, this is a bit of a new concept to most people. So Ultimate Champions do have a general fantasy game. Some similarities, so rare. Big teams, Barcelona, Arsenal, Leverkusen, etc. Did used to play that a bit, about probably a year and a half ago. Not really been playing it much since, but this is a specific Euro 2024 fantasy game. So anyway, I've got the white paper up here. Let's have a look at it and then we'll explain what we're going to be doing for the Euros. Spending some money, I think. Looks like we're going to be spending some money. So let's dive in. So this is a tournament that's basically for the 20 game days on Ultimate Champions for the Euros. So you're going to be playing, if you buy some cards, you're going to be getting some packs. These guys or these cards won't have any utility or any real collectability, I don't think, after the Euros. So it's all based on fantasy Fitbit competitions for the Euros itself. So there's going to be 20 different game days. I think this is going to be quite exciting, to be honest. It's a wee bit different from the So Rare sort of game weeks, etc., which last maybe Friday to Wednesday, etc. So you'll see here, obviously, the initial schedule. We've got the first 4 matches, so that's because we've got Scotland playing Germany on the Friday night, and then got the games on the Saturday, and then there's 3 games, 3 games, 2 games, 3 games, etc., right through to match day 3. Best bits to come with this stuff as well, so we'll come back to that in a wee minute. In terms of game modes, there's 2 different ways to play. So there's leagues, which is a free to play format that runs through the whole tournament. The headline is the first prize in the leagues is $10,000. So you can sign up, you can play for free, you don't have to deposit anything at all. And first prize is $10,000, and that is really, really good, I must admit. That is awesome. Everybody should get involved in it. I've got my own free to play private league as well, which come back to after we went through all the headlines. So leagues mode is like a sort of capped format, so you can't just go in and just say, I was going to have Mbappe and Griezmann and Phil Foden and Harry Kane and everything. You'll have to be a bit more clever about it, and we'll cover more of this stuff as doing more videos, because I'm going to be doing more content for it. So first and foremost, in terms of the leagues, there'll be game day rewards. So the top 3 in the league basically will get $20 worth of Una, so that's the Unagi in-game sort of token or cryptocurrency. 2 epic cards, 1 mythic card. We'll come back to them in a wee minute. And then we've got right down to the top 1,000 a wee bit of dollars or cryptocurrency, so dollars value. The league season rewards are absolutely brilliant. So if you look at this, Champions $10,000, so it's really top heavy, but you know, at the end of the day, is what it is. It's the headline thing. It's a free to play format as well, so all good. $750 for second, right down to top 100 to $25, and it's completely free to play, as I said. If you want to get your hands on the cards to play in the other tournament modes, which I'm going to be playing as well, so we're playing both obviously, then you can open packs, which we'll be doing a bit on the YouTube as well. So basically tomorrow I'm going to buy some. Hopefully you can just buy them and not open them straight away. So I might just like store them up and just do a big huge pack opening and see what we get. And there's going to be a marketplace, which we'll have a look at in a wee minute as well. People already overestimating the price of people. And then you've got tournament modes. So there's 3 different versions. So there's beginner, pro and world class. And basically beginner, you need a couple of the epic cards, which are quite cheap for the packs. Pro requires at least 8 epic or mythic cards, and world class requires 8 mythic cards as well. And basically, in terms of these tournaments, we are talking about big amounts of money. So tournaments, I don't know if it'll show you all the information on here. It should do. So these are the games that are applicable, and might not actually show you just now. Yeah, it does. Right. So we've got beginner, pro, and world class. So beginner needs 3 epics. So you buy like one pack for like $7 or whatever. You can enter this. And where's the breakdown of the prizes? Doesn't actually. I don't think it breaks it down yet because I'm not in. So hang on a minute. Rewards. It'll be under rewards, right? Here we go. Funny enough, you've been on the site you're not used to. So right. So match day 1 alone is $296 for first and 3 epic cards as well. So this is beginners, right? This is the beginners one. You only need to buy like one pack basically, or maybe 2 packs to get a bit of variety. You've then got prizes right down there as well to sort of top 15, etc. God's sake. Hire somebody that can work things better, eh? Pro. So in the pro version, we've got $1,600 for first. 2 mythics, which won't be that valuable, but will help you in other competitions. Or I suppose it could be valuable getting Mbappe or whatever. $540, $360. And then world class, the prize pool is huge. Now, the other thing to point out here is the prize pools won't normally be this big. Una's launched and it's went a bit through the roof. So world class should be $1,800 for first, but it's a good it's a good idea to get involved in the first match day, right? I'm definitely going to be ripping some packs for that because look at the value of this, and that's because Una has just launched and it's went up, so it's not pegged at the moment. So $4,600 for first in world class. You do need at least 8 mythics to play in there, and I will be buying some packs for that as well. So if we have a quick look around the site, so leagues, that's what we were talking about earlier. This is the free-to-play version. This is where the private league and everything's going to be in here. You can go in, you can build your squad. You'll have guys available that you can select to be like sort of available for that game week, etc. So you don't have to like buy anybody. You don't need to do anything, but you do have to comply with a points cap. So it's quite a pure fantasy football format, and for that specific game week, if you get in the top 3, you'll win something, and then there's a huge leaderboard where you can get $10,000 for first. In terms of the private league that I'm going to be running myself, so thanks very much to Ultimate Champions for supplying some prizes as well. That's much appreciated. So there's 3 gold packs for Ultimate Champions, $125 value. So that's for the main Ultimate Champions site where you've got like Barcelona, Leverkusen, Arsenal, all the Norwegian teams for all through the summer, etc. Silver pack worth $35, $25 of Una, and $12.50 of Una. And again, this is completely free to play and is based as a private league on the leagues. So fun. I'll get the link out for that as well, and we will get involved in that too. So I had a quick look at tournaments. This is a marketplace, so don't be too spooked by this, because this is just like people are just ripping packs and then they're just firing people up at just crazy prices. So what I kind of start discussing how you would value people, etc. Right? So so your sort of epic packs are, I think, like $7 for 3 cards. So it's separated into each group. So if you want to just play the first couple of games, you can get Group A and Group B, that type of thing. $7.50 and you get 3 epics in this. And it's $22.50 for 3 mythics, which are obviously required if you want to go into the top tournaments, etc. there as well. So if it's $7.50 for 3 epic cards, then I can't see how Damien Szymanski's worth 10 quid or $10, or Adam Wharton's worth $21. I mean, Adam Wharton's a great player, but after this tournament, these cards are completely and utterly useless. This is just a new version of fantasy football where people are gonna, like, you know, open packs, trade, set their lineups, but then once your team's out, you're dead. That's it. it's done. So these prices are just absolutely utterly bonkers. You know, Rodri's a great player. So is Kylian Mbappe. I mean, I guess the prizes that if you really want to just get into gambling mode, I just want to say, right, I'm just going to buy Mbappe and I'm going to buy. You could spend like $2,000 or whatever buying Mbappe and the whole French team and not win the tournament or whatever, right? So, it'll be interesting to see. You'd probably be better like just ripping quite a lot of packs open and just hoping to get them in the packs rather than going spending like $200 on somebody. So like this guy like $2.50. That's it's probably worth less than $2.50 because if you average it out, right, so $7 ish, $7.50 for 3 cards. That means the cards are worth about $2.50 each, and then you've got to separate that into the best guys being harder to obviously pull, and they might be worth more, so it might be worth a couple of dollars. I don't see anybody being worth huge value here, but if you think that you can get an Mbappe epic card, so that's these purple ones, and you can get that for a reasonable amount, you can use them through the whole tournament, then in your mind you think, well, I'm going to get like 3 group phase games, France are unlikely to go out, at least maybe 1 game in qualifying rounds, and you can start building how many tournaments you can play them in. Think about it a bit like entry fees, I guess. So, you're ripping your packs and you're like basically using these cards to enter, and that's your entry fees. You could even just come in and just play, maybe just start right from the bottom and just say, right, okay, I'm going to play like the beginner or whatever, and then if I win any Una, then I'm going to start opening some other packs, etc. I'm going to be a completely bonkers mad person, and I'm going to just get right in amongst it straight away. I've created a specific strategy for myself here, and my strategy is that I'm going to spend some money on it. So anyway, I'm not just saying that because Ultimate have given me some stuff to give away, which I do really appreciate as well, and it helps the channel if maybe you get involved in this and going, this isn't so rare, you've done hundreds of so rare videos, etc. But one thing I always do at Euros, I always put loads of shy goal scorer bets on. I always end up putting on daft trebles with William Hills and bloody Ladbrokes and all that type of stuff. So some of that money that I usually allocate spending on crap stuff, I'm just going to like actually open some of these packs and build some of the cards and see if we can have a go at the prize pools. Said the first tournament prize pools are really, really, really juicy because this sort of weird dynamic. So well, it's not weird dynamic, but what's happened is Una, the Unagi token, is completely new, and because it's completely new and because it's just been launched and it's going so well, etc., then they've allowed these rewards to grow. So I say the world class first is going to be a minimum of $1,800 per tournament. So it's huge at the moment for the first one. Now that if by the time we play this tournament Friday and Saturday, Una's doubled, then that could be $8,000 worth of Una. I mean, that's how kind of bonkers it is. But after that, all the tournaments will be pegged to the dollar value, so it will not be quite as bonkers as that. But it's quite a cool thing to do in terms of celebrating the overall sort of value of things just now as well. And there's plenty to play for. I mean, even beginner, you only need 3 epic cards. So there we go. I think it's probably a good bit of time to have a look at probabilities. I apologise, I know this is an Ultimate Champions stream and I'm going into so rare probabilities, but let's remember, guys, that if you're playing obviously fantasy football, people are going to play so many different things over the summer. It's not all about this site against that site, etc. If you've got enough brain power, you've got enough money, you've got enough time, you've got enough wherewithal to play different tournaments, then so be it. So apologies for going into a so rare probabilities spreadsheet, but all of this stuff I think applies, and this is going to be the interesting bit because I'm not going to go into player project scores, etc., because these are project scores for the matrix for so rare, and Ultimate Champions is a slightly different matrix. But what I would say is, if you're quite new to it, if you don't want to put money in straight away, maybe you play the leagues or whatever for the first game round, and you can see how you get on with it. But I think it's a good idea to preview who the best fixtures are. So obviously Germany against Scotland is a good Scotsman. That's complete and utter rubbish. Just ignore it. Don't pay any attention to the stats. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. Germany, I don't think they're as convincing as having the best fixture in this round in terms of stats. I mean, they're at home. Scotland maybe have struggled a wee bit recently, but Scotland beat Spain in qualifying, so we'll have to be taken seriously if that makes sense. But on the face of it, they've got quite a good fixture, and going with quite a few sort of German guys may well work if it's a 2 or a 3-0. France against Austria. Again, the other thing I think you'll be looking at in this specific Ultimate Champions game is if I get these guys just now, or I get these packs, I'm going to use them across the tournament. So one of the real interesting strategy elements of it, I find, is that okay, you could just specifically go mental and just say, right, I think France are going to win this. So I'm just going to rip loads and loads and loads and loads of packs from that group and just try and get as many French players as possible and then just go quite strong in that. Now, you could do that. That's all eggs in one basket stuff. And if somebody does that and calls the winner, I'll tell you what, they'll probably make a huge profit. But there we go. Just bear in mind that once you get to the end of this tournament, these cards you have no ongoing utility. So it's all about winning in the individual game weeks or getting involved in winning in the later game weeks in the competition. And then if your team goes out, those cards are dead. Belgium against Slovakia, quite interesting. I mean, Belgium, obviously, guys like Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, I'd imagine, pretty good in this. Because, gets a few goals, quite well touted in all the sort of Euro 2024 FPL crossover type sort of realms. Imagine the other guys are pretty good for Belgium as well. Maxime de Kuiper's a kind of a good outside shout because they've got some injuries, and he's a guy who scores really well and is quite an attacking fullback. England against Serbia, well, it's a true Scotsman. I'll not go into England too much. I don't want to alienate any of my fan base here. I hope England do well. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I'd be gutted if Serbia got a result against England. But I'd imagine that actually there'll be a lot of English players that will do really well in this. Again, if you get a Jude Bellingham or whatever, that is brilliant. But, it's only any good until it's either coming home or England are coming home. So bear that in mind. Italy against Albania. I do think there'll be some good shouts for outsiders and things here. I mean, Italy are not a vintage Italy team at all, but bear in mind that it's fantasy Fitbit, and if you can get somebody who can keep clean sheets, etc., that's quite good. So the standout clean sheet projection here is for Italy. So if you get your man Donnarumma and they do the business, then he could be the guy to be on in that group, right? He could just be the guy to be on. So, Italy, Germany, England, and Holland, in that order, they've obviously got the best clean sheet percentages. Still looking at expected team goals, etc., because that's important, right? You've got to put out an 11-man side, so you can't just say, well, I'll just put out 10 defenders, park the bus. Portugal, again, really interesting. I think, not dark horses as such, but people talk about England, talk about France, etc. Portugal is such a good team, honestly. Diogo Costa, great goalkeeper, good defenders, Tonio Silva, etc. Cancelo, guys like Nuno Mendes, Bruno Fernandes. I imagine he'll score really well on Ultimate. Get guys like, obviously, Ronaldo up front. I mean, just crazy amounts of talent, really. Netherlands, I watched the other night. My tip for Netherlands would be Joey Veerman. I mean, lots of good players. Memphis Depay always does well. Virgil van Dijk, I think, will score well. Verbruggen's a really good goalkeeper. Denzel Dumfries will be an interesting one. Him and Frimpong, it's kind of a bit of a debate. Will Frimpong play? I think Dumfries will play right back, and if Frimpong plays, he'll play further forward. So I think he's maybe an avoid Frimpong. But Dumfries is a guy who seems to kind of come up with goals and assists in major tournaments. Maybe not so great an all-round stats game, so you've got to take that into account. But Poland, I don't know if they're that good, to be honest. Holland scored a good few goals in the last warm-up game, and they look pretty good. And it's a shame that Frankie De Jong, etc., is out, but just watch Joey Veerman, see how he plays football, see how he passes the ball, etc. If you don't know Joey Veerman, you'll enjoy watching him in this tournament, I think. Denmark, again, could be kind of a wee bit of a dark horses in the groups. I mean, pretty decent opening fixture against Slovenia. Still do have some good solid players. Um, might be a bit cheaper to go after guys like Kasper Schmeichel or the like. Make him more of a differential type lineup. I mean, the expected goals are all quite sort of close. So the maximum's 2, then we're going right down to 0.5. But the way football's going these days, there tends to be a lot of goals. So how's it going to go? Are we going to get group stages which are really tight, or are we going to get loads of goals? I hope we get a tournament with lots of goals, but that's not particularly good if you're picking out clean sheets, etc. Turkey against Georgia. Turkey are sort of some people's dark horses. I don't really know why. They're really in good form. Bit of debate about who the goalkeeper's going to be, Gonuk, Kakir, etc. So that's not really certain. I don't know. They've not been playing very well, but they do have some talented players. Calhanoglu, guys like that. There's definitely talent there as well. Georgia, maybe not so much talent-wise, but Kvaratskhelia, obviously superb. Ukraine are really one of my shouts. I just think it was so many good players. Lunin in goals. You get guys like Zabarny, Michaelenko. Sudakov is absolutely superb. I mean, gets loads of goals and assists from midfield. Saiganov, Dobvik. So, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody like Ukraine went to the later stages, in all honesty. Switzerland put France out the last major tournament, I think. So, again, you can't really write them off. Not particularly brilliant stats here for the last game. 1.26 expected team goals and 38% clean sheet percentage. So, it's going to be tough to pick out exactly how it's going to go, and that makes for a really good fantasy football contest. I think that's the reality. I think so. Anyways, we'll end it there. If you watch this on YouTube, then I will be obviously dropping some links, etc. Onto sort of Twitter. It's the European Champions. Not the European Champions. I'm talking rubbish. I've had too many sprites, honestly. I need to go on the Guinness. It's the Unagi Ultimate Champions European game, and you can find it at europe.ultimate-champions.com, or follow Unagi's studio on Twitter, or follow Ultimate Champions, and you'll get all the different sort of links and everything there as well. So there we go. Get involved. There's a free play league. You can win stuff. If you don't win stuff in the private league, there's daily prizes, etc. I think it's a really good setup. If you got to the end of the video and you're still listening to me, you want to say, he's always playing on so rare. So why is he just getting involved in this Euros thing? I was going to use some fun money, or some money that I would have spent otherwise, and I'm going to spend it on this. That's what I'm going to do. After the tournament's finished, the cards have no value, so it's all going to be about the contest, and it's a new thing, and I quite like stuff like that because you've got to think on your feet, and you've got to devise a strategy, and you've got to, not lose your senses. So don't be spending $300 on a Kylian Mbappe mythic, thinking that you're a clever bugger. Sorry for all the people who have pulled Mbappe already, but bear in mind these packs are infinite. So if you just sit with your card, $22, $22, $22, $22. Eventually you will pull a Kylian Mbappe, I'd imagine, and it will be quite interesting with the sort of marketplace, how the trading's going to go. What's going to happen, for example, when all these packs are open and everybody's all getting involved and they're loving it, and Una's flying about everywhere. And then we get to the latter stages, and then there's loads of teams out, and then there'll be more packs to open. So, there's an infinite amount of players here, but there'll be restricted teams available as well. So who knows how all that's going to go, and how you value people. I don't know how to value people, but I think you just got to keep your senses and just think, right, it's $22 for a mythic pack. That makes each card only worth like £5 or £6 each, or $7 each or whatever. Don't be going spending $100 on somebody. Like, just don't do it. Just don't. Just keep your senses. It's good to have some hype, but don't pay $100 for somebody and find out they're out in next week's time and you've realised that that's them. There's no ongoing utility. So bear that in mind, but I think it's quite exciting. So we'll get some news in the private league, the link and everything up by around about tomorrow. I've recorded this on the 12th. Obviously, want to get involved for the first group phase on Friday, but then there's individual competitions for each different match days. So if you miss the first one for Friday, you can still buy the packs or go to the marketplace or get involved for the other ones as well. Thanks very much for listening to me for 25 minutes. Hello everyone in the Ultimate Champions community, and hopefully we'll have some fun at the Euros and win some winner. Thanks very much, guys.